Welcome to Facebook Live for a Monday morning, guys. We are here at Sam Rayburn High School in Pasadena. Wonderful principal Vanessa Reyes is joining me now. Also joining us, I believe we have Jose and Ruben. Kevin, tell me one more time. The great goat. The great goat, not just the goat, the great goat. Jose Grignon and a future goat, a future great goat, that is Ruben Dominguez. Good morning to you both. Give me 1 second. I've got to say hello because she's coming back. So, good morning.
Good morning.
We had Making the Grade at your school this morning. You have fun?
We had so much fun. So grateful that you guys kicked it off with us at Sam Rayburn High School.
So we're going to come back to you in a little bit, okay?
Perfect.
I got to take care of my guys, the goats, the two goats. They're standing by waiting to talk. So
All right,
I got to talk to them
you.
first. Okay.
Sounds good.
Say good morning, goats.
Good morning, goats from Sam Rayburn High School.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys, that's wonderful. Okay. Jose Grignon. Jose Grignon. Grignon. Jose Grignon. What are you doing, Jose? What's going on this morning in your world?
Well, just thinking about the Artemis.
Did you like that greeting, goats? Good morning, goats.
Yes, I did like the greeting.
Kind of figured you would.
You're rubbing the goats into the ground. You know that, don't you?
Well, when you're the greatest of all time, you're a goat.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, I appreciate the accolade. Thank you so very much. But today
Yes,
was
sir.
an important.
Absolutely.
It was an important day for us here in the Houston area because NASA was trying to launch Artemis 1. Artemis 1 was going to be an unmanned spacecraft to kind of circumvent the moon and then come back to Earth. It was only going to have some mannequins as on board, not a manned space flight this time around, but in the next couple of years, maybe in the year 2024, 2025, maybe, there will be manned aircraft. And the manned aircraft will have the first woman to go to the moon, as well as the first African American as well. Very, very important because NASA has not sent anyone into upper space orbit in quite some time. With the space shuttle program, which ended in 2011, the orbits were not as high as this would be going to the moon. I mean, we were able to repair satellites. We were able to, put satellites in orbit, do a lot of things that we had not been able to do before. But now we want to send some folks back to the moon. Years ago, when NASA had when the shuttle program was down for a while, they were going back to the future. Now it's back to the moon, almost 52 years, almost 50 years that it hasn't been done. And they want to make sure that man can be on the moon in a livable situation in order for Artemis to really move on to other areas of the solar system, primarily Mars, because that's something that everyone wants the U.S. to try and do. So, I mean, this was a very important day, even though the mission was scrubbed. There's another attempt that they're going to try on Friday. And then if that is scrubbed again, there's going to be another attempt next Monday. So we're just worried about them repairing those fuel, they called it a fuel bleed, repairing that and making sure that everything's okay. They want to make this perfect. They don't want to have any mistakes whatsoever. They just want this to be a very, very successful test flight going around the moon, coming back. It's going to take more than 40 days for the entire mission to take place, and they're going to be splashing down in the Pacific Ocean as opposed to the Atlantic Ocean, where most of the space capsules that did go up the Mercury program and other programs after that, when they had to splash down, they splashed down in the Atlantic. But this time it's going to be in the Pacific. So it's a very exciting time here locally, even though it was kind of put on pause for a while. There's still this coming Friday, and then if not, next week, and maybe we will have that mission to circumvent the moon and then come back down to Earth.
Got it. Okay, well, sounds like we've been fully educated on this and the backup plan as well. Jose, always a pleasure. Anything that you'd like to talk about that you did over the weekend? We know that you'll be watching Artemis and keeping us, abreast of that. Anything that you'd like to talk about that happened over the weekend that caught your fancy?
Well, there was something that I was not able to attend, but a friend of mine who is 103 years old, her name is Myola Laws. You may know her because her two sons, Hubert Laws and Ronnie Laws, are internationally known as musicians. One is a trumpet player, one is a flute player, and their siblings, I should say, are also musicians as well. She celebrated 103 years on this planet. She's a very, very,
wow.
To be 103, she has so much energy, and she just enjoyed a parade. You had a high school band from Yates High School play for her in a parade, and then you had other folks who were out there as well. She celebrated 103 years old, and that, I just want to say, Mama Laws, you deserve all of the accolades that you can get. And we are giving them to you while you're here. We want to give you those roses while you're here.
There you go, Jose. Fine job, GOAT. Thank you, man.
See you in a bit.
All right. Let's bring up the other GOAT, Ruben Dominguez, a future GOAT. I say future because you're going in the Hall of Fame. How you doing, man? Ruben, can you hear me?
Hear you.
Hello,
Absolutely. Hello, Nate. Saying hello to you again.
Hi, Nate.
All right. So hopefully we're having a little
good morning,
audio
good morning.
thing that they can figure out. Yeah. Good morning, man. So here's the deal. Katie Stone is with us. HRW. Katie, there's only 1 week left.
I know. Can you believe it? Just 1 week. It'd be, cool to have it, for a few more months, maybe.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with you. Houston has shown up. It's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
An enormous amount of money is going to be raised for the food bank.
It is, and this was a record-breaking year, Ruben. We've had 313 restaurants. Previously, I think it was 2019 with about 291. And what that says is people are ready to be out. Restaurants are back.
Dining is back.
Yeah, I mean,
all the good stuff.
We lost a few restaurants who unfortunately closed during the pandemic. So this is a very good signal for the health of the dining culture here in our city.
Let's talk about Cafe Benedict because it was good to come back.
Yes.
And when I saw it on the, when you said, hey, that's where we're going, I got very excited. Talk about the food. Chef really rolled it out today.
Well, look, I mean, it's not an easy thing to be in business, especially right here on Memorial for 17 years, right? And Chef Fahid really knows how to make very good food. The portions are huge.
Right.
Everything is, he pays so much attention to detail.
Right.
He always has a killer HRW menu. And like we saw this morning on the morning show, he's got a new dish. And a lot of restaurants do try some new dishes.
He said it's a keeper.
And it's a keeper. And we love that because you're bringing new faces into the restaurant, exposing them to, maybe something you haven't tried before.
And the one thing I will say about this year is more people. People would always ask me, or I'd get a text or friends, hey, where can we go out? But this year, daily, somebody asks me, hey, recommend a restaurant. Hey, where should we go? So I think the impact of it and the spread of it has just continued to grow.
Totally.
Which is what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people don't realize, but this is the biggest check that the Houston Food Bank gets every single year. So when they're doing their budgeting and they're figuring out how much money they need to feed, because they are at an all-time high for need, this is the biggest check they get. So you're literally feeding families while you're dining out with your girlfriend, your husband, your friends.
Win.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. And Katie brought up a good point right before we went on camera. She said, we were listening to Jose, and she goes, we need to have Jose out to dinner. We need to bring Nate with us.
Yes.
And as much of the morning show as we can pack into a little restaurant, I think they've been hearing about HRW for so long on the morning show. I think we need to work on that.
Well, and they're probably a little jealous too because we dig in right after the shot and we get to taste all the food.
Which is a curse and a blessing.
I know, my waistline agrees.
So tomorrow morning, 2 more incredible restaurants.
Yes, absolutely. 8 o'clock hour, 9 o'clock hour, Houston's
Join
number
us.
one morning morning show. We've
Join
got
us.
2 more restaurants for you, and also on Thursday, too.
Yeah, we're going to pack as much in as we can for the final week, Nate. Dine out and do good, my brother.
Make your reservations.
Ruben, when you and Katie invite us out, I will be more than happy to attend. I'm so looking forward because you guys do dig in.
I knew that you
and,
would.
And all the food that you show. Hey, you know I will. You know I will. I mean, the food that you guys always show is so good looking. Yes, I would love to at least get my fork in there and have a fork full. Thank you. I'll be waiting on the invite.
See you, buddy.
All right, buddy. All right, let's do it. Join me. Join me. Okay, guys. So you're looking at the principal right now, Vanessa Reyes, who's joining us. She does such a phenomenal job here at Sam Rayburn High School. So the young man, Esteban Nava, actually is our player. I was going to say player of the week, but he's actually our Making the Great honoree. Great student.
He is phenomenal. He just does everything that we need. He is a leader on the field. He is a leader in the classroom. He's a model student and definitely someone who, gives of his time and effort in the community. So we're super proud of him.
What is the one message you want to leave with our audience this morning?
I just want to say that our mission here at Sam Rayburn High School is to get students college, career, and world ready, and we are super proud of our Texan family. So go Texans! Woohoo!
Can't find a better principal anywhere, I'm telling you right now. Thank you. So I'm going to have you do something as we get ready to get out of here, okay? I'm going to have you do something. Now, without an offensive line, Esteban's probably not going to be very good, is he?
Not as good as he is.
No, he wouldn't be. So without our crew back at the station, our production crew,
Yes,
we wouldn't be on the air.
I believe
Without that guy right there shooting, he's got the camera pointing our way. We wouldn't be that good, okay? We wouldn't be good at all. So I'm going to ask you to read these names for me. Think you can do that?
Yes.
You ready? You got to do it with some flair now. You ready?
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first one right there.
All right, Daniela Cinderella.
Yep, this
and
one is
the very
Janae.
stylish Janae.
There you go.
Lisa.
Yep.
Taylor,
Yep.
Shining Diamond.
Yep.
Rhoda, big personality, Shanette.
There you go.
Barbie doll Barbie.
Yep.
Carolina Lena Sanchez.
Yep.
Jessica the Great Berman.
Yep.
Rico the Suave Jones.
Yep.
Producer Mark Coleman with his oatmeal and oat milk.
He's a bum. Go ahead.
The Lion, Grambling grad Kevin Collins.
Yep.
Roar. The chef, John Butler, also known as Mr. Meat. That name courtesy of Johnny Two Big Toes Rodriguez.
Yeah, very good.
Ed, Mr. Ref Lightburn, Hockey Dan,
Yep.
Don Juan,
Yep.
Big Daddy Bradley,
Yep.
the Mayor, Dave Lanier,
That's him right there.
Texas Tech Grandpa, Mark Jenner,
Yep.
Alex, What's Up, Supgo,
Yep.
the Mix Master,
Yep.
Todd, 75 Cent Smith,
Because he's cheap. Go
Ole
ahead.
Miss Maggie, Chris Lambeau, Lamborghini,
And that last one.
and John Beal, St. Chastain.
Beale Street. Beale Street.
Beale Street.
You know what Beale Street is?
Woo!
You know where it is?
I don't.
Memphis.
Oh, Memphis.
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's
Great
right.
job, everybody. Thank
There you go.
for everything you do.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
Hey, guys, no better way to wrap it. There you go. Have a good day. We'll see you Tuesday. Take care.